Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Delve and Dash right here at Proficiency Bonus. My name is Michael, your humble and merciful Dungeon Master for this evening, and welcome back to the show. We're going to dive right back in with a real quick recap right after I make a quick announcement. Coming up this Tuesday, April 2nd, we're unleashing a new show on the world. Tabletop Legends is going to go live. Its live launch, its premiere will be this Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Dungeon Master Matt is going to be giving away that night one of the legendary bundles of Player's Handbook, Monster Manual, and Dungeon Master's Guide with the epic art on the cover. It's going to be awesome. So make sure you tune in live for your chance to win that. And there's going to be other prizes giving away during that night as well. So make sure you guys tune in. Tabletop Legends, Tuesday, April 2nd at 7 p.m. Eastern, right here at Proficiency Bonus. Woo! I'm excited about that. It's going to be fun. So,
we all are.
Yeah. We are missing two of our players tonight. Derek and Jamie, who play Silver and Vix, unable to join us for this week's episode. So we are going to just run with the two of them and see how this goes.
Yay! We'll see. We should be fine.
We should be fine.
I can heal myself right now.
We still got our Ani and Dalton, so they are here to play tonight. Last week we had an epic battle as the party cornered Merritt and his two goons, Gabriel and Otto, as they were trying to make their way onto a barge to get out of Woodhurst. Kind of hastily. Our party was able to take care of Merritt by the turtle druid Franklin.
That's right.
Trapping him in vines, turning himself into a spider. Was able to poison him and wrap him up in webbing. The rest of the group, Raz, Silver, Vix, were surprised to find out that Otto and Gabriel were some sort of changelings themselves, as they morphed into some kind of strange creature some would call a doppelganger. And the party was surprised by this. They packed a pretty hard punch. They were able to defeat both Otto and Gabriel, the doppelgangers. And that's where we left off. You guys had just finished the battle, and Merritt is now unconscious and wrapped up in webbing. And Raz, you are staring at a giant, furry spider.
Wrapping the other doppelgangers up in web.
One of them is alive, isn't it? Or did we... I thought one of them was just unconscious, one of the doppelgangers.
As a technicality, he would be able to come back.
Oh, okay.
I guess, I think that's what the poison damage said, Dalton, is that correct?
Yeah, it just knocks them out, makes them unconscious.
If it reduces them to 0?
That is correct.
Yeah, technically one is not dead, but probably wishes he was. He's like spewing white foam out of his mouth. His eyes are rolled back into the back of his head. He doesn't look like he's going to come to for a while.
You okay, Franklin?
I chitter.
I take that as a yes.
Silver kind of comes up to you, Raz, and just puts a hand over your shoulder a little bit. He's like, everything okay?
Yeah, I think I think it might be time for me to go home. Would you, care to join me?
Sure.
I think I might enjoy delivering, our captive here to his father personally.
Silver smirks a little bit and is like, sounds like a
I
plan.
begin making a backpack out of spider web to carry the two unconscious people.
Nice.
Yeah, I suppose you'd be very good at, like, weaving.
Yeah, the spider is just weaving all 8 legs, weaving these 2 little shoulder straps and attaching them to the cocoon corpses that are just.
Well, wouldn't there be 8 shoulder straps? 8 legs?
Oh yeah, you're gonna strap it on your spider?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so you're getting that ready and set. Silver's getting himself prepared. Silver looks like he took a little bit of damage. Vix as well. Looks like everybody's a little bit hurt from...
Not
Other than
Franklin.
Mr. Spider.
Nobody attacked me, and I'm supposed to be tanky. What the heck is this?
It's not our fault. Talk to the DM.
They couldn't really get to you with all the vines. The crowd control.
That crowd control.
It's Franklin's battle method from now on. Vines, spider, into the vines.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay, I guess I'm turning into a distance rogue. What are the people around us doing? I know there were some, and they were very afraid.
Most of them ran away. Yeah, there's a ton of people that are just took off, like left you guys. You can see that the barge has almost approached the dock. Several of the deckhands from the ship are standing on the edge. It looks like they're preparing to get ready to dock the ship on this largest dock. And it seems that some people have moved over to the medium dock on the other side to see if they can get on without having to deal with all of your mess that you guys got going on in the big dock.
Fair enough.
Because it seems like the barge is going to fit right in between the large dock and the medium dock. So it seems like it's going to be a perfect fit for a barge between those two docks.
I mean, I would just wait for the barge to dock.
Okay.
Possibly, help out if they throw us a line, but...
Yeah. You know.
Oh, I've got spider climb right now. We can get on the boat.
Yeah, a couple of the deckhands, as they're getting closer to the dock, see this massive spider sitting on the end of the dock, and then just slowly back away from the edge of the ship. And you see one of them just like take off running around the front of the ship to the other side. One brave one looks over to you, a little hesitant, and Raz sort of takes a rope and kind of throws it towards you.
I try to catch it.
Make a dex check for me.
Rolling some new dice.
Rolling the new dice.
Okay.
It's okay.
That's a 19.
Oh yeah, so you're able to catch it easily, no problem. You saw...
sorry, 17.
You saw around you there was a little bit of webbing on the dock, and you're afraid that if you tried to reach out too far, you might slip on the webbing and...
Get stuck again?
Get stuck again, yes.
That took me a while to get.
And you grab the rope. It seems like several ropes are being tossed to both sides, and the deckhands are working as hard as they can to try to stabilize the boat as it docks in. Very slow process because it's such a large vessel, but after about a minute or so,
tie it up.
Tie it up. And a couple of deckhands just jump off. They can jump from the boat to the dock pretty easily. So some of the deckhands go in there and start winding the rope around these posts that stick out from the edges of the dock to secure it. You see a ramp kind of slam down onto the docks on both sides. Looks like about 2 or 3 different ramps that slam out, and looks like a lot of people are starting to make their way towards the planks to get off. Most of them see the giant spider on the large dock and decide to go to a different ramp.
Hey, that means we could get on easier. I just spider climb up the cool way. I don't need a ramp. But if anybody wants to ride along, I don't stop them.
Okay.
I would try and call over to one of the deckhands. You got any mail on this ship?
Got any what?
Mail. Letters.
Mail. Letters. Yeah. Check down below.
I am going to climb onto the ship walk up the plank. I'm not actually gonna climb. Gotta be careful what you say, what rolls they make you make. And I'm going to go and attempt to find wherever the mailbags are.
Okay. Yeah, you go downstairs and kind of take the time to walk around, ask around a little bit. Eventually, people point you to a small storage room that seems to be an area where a lot of things are, like mail would be found. You do find that it's kind of like almost like these small foot lockers along the wall. and they have wooden drawers in them, and you're kind of searching through some drawers. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me as you're digging through.
Michael, could I have followed her down if I dropped my spider form?
If you drop the spider form, yes, you'll have no problem.
I would have, because I would have wanted to follow her.
Going through these normal human-sized doorways would be very difficult for a giant spider with 3...
But spiders can, like, compress to really small
They
size.
can, but not with 3 corpses on their back.
Hey, they're my doppel rations, so...
It's like the spider squeezes through, and it's kind of like, imagine a car trying to fit through a tunnel with like a Christmas tree on the top, but the tunnel's only big enough for the car, so it's like the tree crashes off the top. Yeah.
I got a 19.
Excellent, yeah. It only takes you 5 or 10 minutes, and you find what looks to be several letters that are wrapped up in some twine that are addressed to you.
I'm gonna read them.
You're gonna read them. Okay,
Yeah.
excellent.
I'm gonna make you tell me what they say.
Haha, I'm right there with you.
You open
Cool.
you open the first one pretty easily, and you are able to see that
It's trapped. Kaboom.
Kaboom.
It reads, I learned to cast explosive runes today.
Oh.
You do.
Please don't explode my mail.
That's a terrible thing to explode someone's.
Wait, does that mean that we can now send letter bombs?
Technically, yes. All you have to do is read the explosive rune, and kaboom. I know, because I had a character almost die from it once.
Do me a favor, Raz. Remind me of your mother's first name again.
Yeah.
So for some reason, I thought I had it written down on my sheet here, and I do not.
Tiva.
Tiva.
It's on D&D Beyond.
It is Don D.
Tiva.
That's how I know what it is.
Is it Tiva Hardwatcher?
Yes.
Okay, got it. Excellent. So the first letter, as you open it up, it looks like it's very well written, very, very nice handwriting, almost a little essence of cursive as it goes across the page. It looks like it was written with some kind of nice feather quill or something. And you're reading through. This is, my dearest Raz, it's so great to hear from you. I must say that you must be cautious around these new friends of yours. You never know when someone is trying to get the upper hand on you. You gotta stay aware of your surroundings. Always know what other people are thinking, and always stay one step ahead. I miss you. It's not the same here without you, but I'm proud of you. I'm proud of the task that you have taken on hand. I'm glad that you have went. I'm sorry to have to send you so abruptly, but things needed to be taken care of here at home. Things that it would have been better off for you not to be here. Thank you, Raz, for keeping in touch. Rest well. Tiva.
Cat.
These letters are in kind of like no particular order. So it's like
Yeah.
they're all just like mixed up, so you're not really sure like what is a response to one of your letters, and they're not dated. So
I was gonna say, I think maybe we should start dating our
yeah,
notes.
that's it, yeah,
File that for later.
So it's kind of hard to put 2 and 2 together, but you start to get after reading a few of them, you start to see that she's happy that you're making friends and have other people to talk to and help you with the problems that you have faced, but there's still that undertone of be careful. And then when you get to the one letter in response to letting your form go,
I can tell which one that is.
you can tell which one that is. You can sense there's a little disappointment in the letter, but there's also a lot of reassurance. She mentions that these people have only known you for, what, a little under a week? I think it'll be okay. You know, things like that. Kind of like this reassurance that these might not be people that you stick with. So whether it is or isn't. So, and being your mother and being outside of the situation, she doesn't know. So she just gives you...
Yeah, because I haven't really contacted her since that.
Yeah, and she has that concern, but is also basically calling you home. She lets you know that she took care of what she needed to take care of, and if what you needed to take care of is all said and done, and from the sounds of your letters, it sounds like a lot of the dredging thing has kind of come to an end, or perhaps might be kind of at least a pause for a little while. Might be best for you to come home. So that's about 15 letters all in like 2 minutes. That's like the gist of what everything was said.
Perfect.
Without having to come up and read 15 letters.
Franklin was there the whole time, just waiting and watching.
Yeah, Franklin's just watching. I would say Silver and Vix were probably maybe upstairs, kind of helping the... maybe just kind of staying on the dock, or helping the ship hands kind of secure things down with the dredging ship.
I definitely did not let Franklin read these letters. This was like kept
He
close to the
wasn't
chest.
trying to read the letters.
Just kind of,
That's fine. I'm just saying I didn't.
he was just kind of standing there breathing heavily next to you. He's always like,
I start casting Druidcraft and mending. I make it pretty and smell good and fix everything.
Nice. So this small storage building that used to smell a little like mold now smells nice, and most of the cracks between in the wood and things that have been around, anything that was broken is now repaired.
Good. That's exactly what Franklin would do.
Okay.
Yeah, I think once I had read the letters, I would go back out to the deck and sort of help with anything that needed doing.
Before she leaves, Rez, hold on a moment. And I cast Healing Spirit to make sure everybody in the party is at full hit points.
Nice.
Because I drop a spirit down, and for X amount of rounds, it just keeps going. We could just like conga line through it and make sure we're at full hit points.
Nice.
Sweet.
So
I'll take it.
Franklin kind of gets everybody. He calls Vixen and Silver. I guess as you guys go back up to meet with Vix and Silver, I would say that aura just surrounds them. What spirit is it? Is it a specific animal, totem, or something like
Rum.
that? Nice.
It's a spirit of a turtle, because Franklin's a turtle.
Nice. So this this turtle essence just surrounds the party, and you guys feel I don't know, I guess it's strange. It's some type of warmth, but it's a cold-blooded warmth.
Yeah, how it works is in a 5-foot cube. It heals D6s. Let me just...
Oh yeah, and they can just, out of combat, that spell, I think you could just walk in and out of that thing and just regain hit points, I think.
Yeah,
so
pretty much.
Yeah.
In combat, we actually have to worry about walking through it.
Right, yeah.
So
I'll just say everybody's healed up to full. No problem. You guys are all feeling the power of the turtle spirit around you.
You know, I'd probably be the only one that would notice that it was a weird cold-blooded warmth, because I think everyone else is cold-blooded.
I think they are, yes.
Raz and her pack of amphibians.
For the rest of them, it just feels like normal healing. it's like ah. Silver just looks at Franklin and, thanks, Franklin.
You're welcome.
And just kind of carries on helping out with what he needs to carry on with. I'm kind of RP lighting these guys today because I don't want to play their characters since theirs.
No, you must do everything that they would do.
I'm trying to put myself in their shoes. It's not really working. Vix would probably just scream at something.
Probably, yeah. We love you, Jamie.
Yeah.
I cast mending on his candle.
All right, yeah. Okay, so his candle looks like a brand new it's like a candy cane with the red and white rings around it now.
Mm-hmm.
It's completely.
It's fixed.
It's fixed. It doesn't even have a burnt wick on it anymore. It has like a nice, clean, clear wick, still covered with a little bit of wax, ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, I think it just sort of help around the ship, whatever needed doing.
Okay, so you guys, just to kind of move forward from here a little bit, are you guys just planning on staying on the ship and just going with the ship once it gets ready to head off again, or is there something else that you guys wanted to do in this area? Because
I don't think we're doing. It's guard the people we have chained, spider webbed up.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, pretty much.
Merritt's going to be unconscious for probably another 3 hours.
Awesome.
So I just wanted to make sure there wasn't anything else you guys wanted to do, because the ship is definitely going not to be here very long. It's going to basically unload all these people and some supplies, and then load up with some people from Woodhurst and basically head right back to Yartar.
How long of a trip is it from where we are?
It's going to be a few days. It'll be a few days travel along the rivers. It basically goes down a river tributary of the Serban River, and then hits the Serban River and goes south to Yartar. Which the Serban River is a pretty big river in the north, so it's you know.
Then I would sort of, before we took off, but like before everyone else came on, I would sort of find an empty cabin that we could sort of take over that was as far from the other ones as possible, since we have a prisoner.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to secure a nice one,
or maybe even two. You know, why not? Splurge.
It probably would be a good idea to secure two. The biggest cabins they have here have just like 2 beds in them. It's kind of like when you go to a hotel and you get the double queens room.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, Franklin sleeps in his shell, so he's not going to take a bed.
Yeah. So we'll take 2 rooms.
2 rooms. All right. Yeah. So you guys are able to get secure your 2 rooms, and he eventually Merritt begins to. Or should I say, Bastion begins to come out of his unconscious state.
I have also searched him to remove any weapons, sharp objects, pretty much stripped him down to like a tunic and pants and nothing else, and he's tied to something.
He's pretty much tied in web.
Yeah, but he's even more tied. This dude ain't escaping.
He had on him a rapier. He was sporting a rapier. He also had a dagger in his boot. So if you guys want to take those, you can. In his pouch, he had 2 pouches on his belt. One pouch had 10 platinum pieces.
Jeez, this guy was rich.
And another additional 400 gold pieces. He also had a pouch that had about 8 various sized different colored gemstones in it.
Oh my god.
Has there been any rumors of like theft around the boat or anything that like these link to?
No, not
or is it just his stuff?
The rumors that you heard were from drunks most of the time, so you're not 100% sure how much how trustworthy those rumors are. But considering the source,
they spent it.
Yeah, they could have probably spent it. But you also do know if he really is from the Cliffborn family, he's rich.
Yeah.
And he might have had this stuff with him just as a security blanket, just in case he needed them for bribes or for other things of such nature. So, you know, those nobles, they always like to bribe people with their gems and their money.
Yes, Melissa is waking up.
He's still tied tight, right?
I believe so.
Good. Let's keep him that way.
So he's in the room with you. Do you have the room well lit with lanterns and things like that? Or candles and stuff? Or would you kind of keep
Oh
it,
no,
keep it
no,
like
it's
it like,
theatric.
I was gonna say
There's a very bright lamp right behind us, like
the shades are just there's a little bit of sunlight just peeking through the shades onto his form in the corner.
Yeah, no, it's dark, but partly just because it's a ship. And yeah, sort of that classic like private eye interrogation room look.
Great. He starts to come to, and he looks like he's in a lot of. He's bewildered, and he wakes up, and you can see there's like the dried blood down his face from where you put those two slices on his face underneath, and he kind of wakes up, sits up a little. Oh, I can't move. What is that?
Michael, I begin casting Druidcraft to make moss all over this room. This way it's muffled, any noise he tries to make.
Oh, nice.
Wow. That is nice.
Yeah, soundproofing.
Creative soundproofing with Druidcraft.
So there is no light in this room.
How many points of DM's inspiration do you have right now?
1?
You now have 2.
Sweet.
Because I reward creativity.
That's pretty good.
What's up, 12 for 10 cents? Good to see you tonight. Thanks for hanging out with us. Yeah, so he just wakes up and he sees this. It's dark in here, and he's still he's got blurred vision. He's looking all around, and he's seeing all this moss, and he almost starts to feel like he's outside, and then he sees the sunlight just peering through a little bit of a porthole window in the side of the ship. Where am I?
Where you wanted to be. On a boat.
He's like, oh, I didn't. Raz, is that you?
Good morning, Melissa.
Oh no, it's him. Oh, it's him. Why? Anybody but him. And he just looks at Franklin.
You better get along. It's going to be a long trip.
Are we headed home?
Of course we are.
No, we're heading away from my home.
But we're heading to our home. Yes.
What did you do to my face?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a throbbing pain on my cheeks. What is that? I wish I could feel them, but my hands are stuck to my sides. What is this anyway?
A whole lot of spider web.
Oh. He looks grossed out.
Good. No, you're gonna be coming home with me before you go home.
Oh, and I forgot to mention, when you grabbed all of his stuff, you found the missing pages of that notebook.
Oh.
That included all the things that were messed up with the dredging ship.
Good. I definitely take those.
I apologize. That's a very big point that I missed.
Yeah, sheesh. Just
crappy,
doing a horrible job as a DM.
Crappy dungeon master. Just crap.
Might as well just quit now. You know, we're done.
Crap.
It's over.
Jeez, just throw stuff.
Just flip the table.
Yeah, just flip it all over.
All of a sudden the camera just...
Why aren't you any good at this? And I throw a book.
Don't hurt your new wall.
So you guys are sitting there. He looks like he's not trying to draw too much attention to himself. He's not trying to scream out or anything, even though he is a prisoner.
He's been trained for this. He's a noble. They get used to kidnapping training.
He looks over.
He's gonna be fine.
He looks over to you, Raz. He's just like, I don't know what you're planning, but my father is not gonna be happy.
Oh, I know. I'm not worried.
You're not worried?
No. I'm not worried of some pompous, stuck-up bigwig who thinks that he can control anything simply by using money and throwing it at people who are less fortunate.
Not even enough of a man to deal with his problems himself. always have to run to Daddy.
He just stares at you, Franklin. You know, my father is a very rich and powerful man.
What's he compensating for?
Nothing.
Franklin just does this.
And
You are absolutely despicable. Both of you.
yes, this is not news. If you're trying to blow my mind or surprise me, you're gonna have to work harder.
Well, you know, when we get back home, it'll be all dealt with. I'll be freed. My father will make things right. And Raz, you're gonna regret this.
We'll see. I doubt that.
It's really hard to get revenge if people don't recognize you.
Where's Otto? Where's Gabriel?
Dead.
Deceased. Turn to mulch.
You killed Gabriel and Otto?
No, we
They
killed the
tried to
doppelgangers.
kill us first.
Doppelgangers?
Yeah, your little bodyguards your father sent with you weren't exactly what they appeared to be.
What are you talking about? They're just morons that were sent to help be the muscle of this outfit. They were supposed
You
to
might want to
protect
look at who sent them with you.
Well, of course.
They obviously aren't telling you everything.
They've been with my father for ages.
Well, now they're dead.
Well, my father's not going to be happy about this either.
Sounds like your father's not a very happy man.
Well, you know, he still has some business plans to take care of. But once those business plans go through, I think he'll be much happier.
Yes, his plans to derail this whole operation, build his own, make it better, blah blah blah, all your nice little notes. Yeah.
My father, that's all we really hear from you.
He looks at you, Franklin. He's like, do you even know your father?
Yes, I do.
Pitiful try to make a shot at Franklin.
He made it at the wrong person.
Franklin's just gonna do the thing for like role play where he just takes a stick and slap the back of his head with it.
Ow!
Now, Franklin, no need to injure him any more than his pride has already been damaged.
That's why I didn't hit him that hard.
Get your hero and a half shell off of me.
I believe you're gonna have to pay for that insult.
How did he even turn into a spider anyway? That's kind of...
I could turn into many different things.
How do you know I don't just have another giant spider with me? How do you know it's him?
I saw him. He transformed. He like grew legs out of his shell. He turned all furry and then just started drooling. It was...
Useful, isn't it?
Well... Perhaps.
Took care of you. And you're such the big man with
Maybe
all of your bodyguards.
Well, maybe I can find one and employ them. Maybe they'll work for me. If I throw enough money at somebody, they'll break.
Try me.
That's where I think you might be wrong in this case. Often those who have the gift of changing their shape into those of animals aren't driven by money.
Franklin just puts his hand out.
He's
Start telling me numbers.
his hands are still at his side. He's like, oh, like, what up? I wouldn't hire you. You hurt me. You killed Gabriel. You killed Otto. As far as I'm concerned, we are enemies, not allies.
And yet you still owe me a debt. How do you reconcile that?
My debt? Perhaps I'll be merciful and allow my father to let you live.
I don't need pity at your
Or
hands.
perhaps maybe he won't drag your name through the dirt of all of Yartar. You'll never be much more than just a prep chef.
I have no name to be dragged.
But your name is Raz.
That's why you'll never be noble. Our names are...
Why would I want to be?
Because we have everything that we would ever want and need.
I
And
have
that's-
everything I would ever want or need.
And yet you are the
In
one
the
sitting in a
forest.
chair, tied up, and I'm free. Isn't that strange? Are you saying you don't want your freedom?
I'll get my freedom.
At what cost?
That is the question, isn't it?
No, isn't it?
We shall see. In a few days, perhaps. Until then...
If you survive that long.
You're not gonna let me die!
Do I have any reason to keep you alive? I have enough gold and platinum and jewels to sustain me for my lifetime. Safer to kill you.
If you kill me, you will have the entire Cliffborn family after you until you reach your demise.
Raz,
How would they know it
think
was me that
about
killed you?
this. Death is the easy way out.
For some,
Death could be considered a luxury.
one he doesn't deserve, but nevertheless, sometimes people get what they don't deserve.
Let's face it, Raz, I am much more useful to you alive than I am dead.
At this point you are,
And if
which
you-
is your only saving grace.
And you may think you can hide from my family. You think that killing me would give you an opportunity to just ease your temporary, uneasiness with me, perhaps? But...
Uneasiness with you.
But they...
You think I'm intimidated?
I think an essence of you is, Raz. I think you're intrigued by me a little, Raz. I think you are.
I don't think
Intrigued.
she's interested in you at all.
I didn't say she was interested in me. I said that she was intrigued by me. There's a difference.
Same thing.
No, the only reason you're currently alive is because, as you say, you are more useful to me alive. Also, you owe me a debt, which you will not forget. You swore to it, you shook on it. It's binding.
Technically, Otto shook on it. I just spit.
And your spit is binding.
Is it now?
And I spit at his feet.
Actually, I saw
Oh, that's
you
gross.
shake Raz's hand.
Actually, yeah, wasn't it Otto that spit into your hand?
Oh. I've been found
You
out.
shook on it. You shook on it. Thank you, Franklin. That detail had slipped my mind.
That damn turtle is so observant. I need to pay for
He's
one
useful
of those.
for something.
Franklin puts his hand out again.
Well,
You owe me a debt, and the agreement was I could call it when I wanted it. You have no decision over it.
fair enough. I will stand true. I am a noble, of course. I will be noble.
The one use you have, your noble heritage, makes you feel you have honor.
Well, I still don't know how Father's gonna take Gabriel and Otto's demise.
Self-defense. They attacked us first. We only wanted to talk.
So you wrapped me up in gripping vines.
Only after you attempted to escape.
Hey, I would...
Also, that wasn't me. You will notice. All I did was talk to you. And then subdue you when you, were attacking me.
And you left these, what are surely going to be scars on my face.
That was the intention. Oh, sorry, did I, spoil your perfect face? Are you gonna have
I
a hard
could
time
fix that.
finding a lover?
For a price.
No, he's earned them. Nobles like to keep the scars they've earned.
Well, I did earn these. I would much rather them not be on my face. But I guess every time I look in the mirror, it'll be reminded of what happened here today.
Yes, that you tried to run away from a deal you made. Perhaps it will make you more honest in the future.
Yeah, perhaps. Perhaps.
And perhaps every day you'll look in the mirror and you'll think of me and remember the fact that I was able to overpower you.
You may have won this round, but money talks.
Dead men don't.
I can buy my way out of a lot of things, Raz. You'll be surprised.
You'd be surprised what you can't.
And basically this eerie feeling as this tension is in the room as Raz and Bastion are just like kind of glaring at each other, with Franklin just like sitting in the middle looking back.
Actually, I'm not glaring. I'm very relaxed, casual, just kind of like watching him like,
and
you got nothing.
He shuts up. He doesn't say another word. He just keeps himself quiet. It looks like he's purposely like just keeping himself quiet. He's not saying anything else. Like he just shuts down. Even if you tried to talk to him or anything like that, he just purposely ignores you. It's like he's not even trying to respond to anything you guys say. It's kind of like one of those things where it's like, maybe I've said too much, or maybe I haven't. I don't know. I'm just going to stop talking.
Smartest decision he's made yet. I would sort of pull Franklin out into the hallway and like get Raz and Vix, or Vix and Silver, whoever the other two people are. They're not here. They don't matter. And just be like, we're gonna need to keep a 24-hour guard on him. He's gonna try and bribe you. We have enough to cover all of our fares, and I'll do
it.
We'll take turns, Vix. I don't want to leave anyone alone with him for too long.
All right.
I appreciate your willingness.
I don't think he has what it takes to bribe me.
And I appreciate
I don't need worldly wealth.
But if we keep watch, don't allow him to convince you to untie him or anything of that sort. We need to keep him contained until we return to Yartar. Then we'll have help. And we'll be out of our hair momentarily.
How long of a trip is it?
It'll be a few days.
Okay. Franklin walks back into the room.
I'd say it's probably going to be on about 4 days of travel, I think.
Okay.
Perfect. Isolation sucks. Franklin's gonna cover everything. There will be no light in this room. Absolutely none. And then Franklin just sits outside the door. No light, no noise. Isolation sucks.
Silver looks at you. He's like, Franklin, are you sure that isn't just a little much?
Yeah,
We'll check in on him every once in a while.
Okay, I trust you.
We'll give him food twice a day. Give him some water,
He could eat the moss that's around him.
Sadly, he can't reach it.
It was edible. I grew it around him, too.
Oh, that was thoughtful. Little feed bag you can...
That's a feed bag around his head. Like a horse or something.
No, we'll check in on him. We don't want it to be too inhumane. We don't want to damage his brain before we return him to his father at some point.
I was alone for many years, and I'm fine.
And you guys probably don't want
Not
to make
all
it.
have your fortitude.
You guys probably don't want to make it completely obvious that you have some random guy tied up in your room either.
No.
You're just on a barge ship that's heading back to the town. So you guys start. The barge moves out, starts heading back down. There's a lot less people on the barge now that came. There was more people that came to Woodhurst than actually got on and left. So it seems like now that finally some people have started to take the call into restocking the barge ship and perhaps moving the efforts back on. And now that Miss May has been dealt with, you guys have the utmost confidence that it will get back on track, and hopefully sometime soon that they don't run into anything else out there, because the Evermoors is a pretty dangerous place. It's always covered in like a hazy fog, and it's kind of just creepy. You make your way down, and I'm gonna go ahead and put some I got some music of some water flowing, so I'm gonna put that on there. There we go. So you guys are headed down the river, and so Franklin, you said you were guarding downstairs?
That is correct. I'm in the room, and I'm also covered with moths, so so this way he doesn't know that I'm there.
Awesome.
That's beautiful.
So are you staying in the room with him then?
Pretty much,
Okay.
and I will make a stealth check if you want me to.
Sure, go ahead. Yeah.
And before I do it, I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace.
Nice. So give yourself a +10.
Yeah.
I was also gonna say, if I can like give him advantage when he sort of is settling in, like I'll talk to or at Merritt for a bit and then like leave.
Okay.
So
Sure. Yeah. Well, he has
+10 with advantage.
+10 with advantage. Sure. As
There you go.
Raz is helping you.
23.
Oh yeah. You're hidden. He'd have to be really looking around, and he doesn't even really want to look around because he's just sees what looks to be an outside environment in this room.
So, out of character, Franklin, are you able to like? Are you fine for 4 days, or are we gonna have to feed you?
I'll be fine. I can eat the moss that's around me.
Oh, right, okay.
It's edible moss.
It's edible. That's nice.
And moss is pretty watery, so I'll be fine.
Okay.
He'll be fine. He's just gonna feel like he's alone for 4 days straight.
I'll probably pop in once a day, give him some like clean water and cleanish water, and some actual food. But if he gets hungry, he can eat moss.
So we're going to expedite a little bit of travel. About the next day, we'll say that it's been a day. You guys really haven't had much going on in the first day of travel. It seems like the barge continues downriver. It doesn't stop at all. It just keeps on going. It seems like they have enough crew that they can go on through the night and be okay. Just keep on moving along. It's about mid-afternoon on the second day. I don't know where you guys would be at this time. Maybe Franklin, I would assume, is still down in the room below deck. But you guys...
That's correct. I haven't left.
You guys start to hear what sounds like some strange sounding bird calls off in the distance. It's hard to explain this call. It sounds like if you mixed a call of a bird with that of the Tyrannosaurus Rex from Jurassic Park into one combined sound.
Okay.
If you can imagine that. I can't make it with my mouth, so I'm not even going to try it. It's strange.
Like what kind of birds sound like? Are you talking like a barn owl or a barn owl or like a chickadee or?
Definitely not a chickadee. Nothing too melodic. Not
so like a goose?
Not like maybe a little bit like a angry goose. Yeah.
Or all geese are angry.
Yeah, they are. I don't know what's up with geese, but man, they just want to tear you up every single time you're around.
They do. They're evil. Sorry, I have a long time vendetta against some geese.
And would Raz, at this time, would you be above deck?
Probably.
Okay.
I think I would have slowly been sort of working my way through the crew, trying to figure out if there was anyone who had any connections to the hand.
Okay.
So I could possibly send a note. Okay. Technical question.
Okay.
If my mother was getting my messages when technically I had no way of sending them, do I have like a one-way communication device? Because if she was responding to them, I just sort of realized this.
So what do you mean? If
Like, because what I'm essentially trying to do is I'm going to ask the Hand of Yartar to meet us about a half day's, or like the night before the day we would pull into Yartar to meet us with a boat because we have a prisoner. And I want to get him off before we dock.
Okay.
So I'm just wondering if I have any way to send that message to people.
Technically, because it's on this barge, it would arrive probably with this barge.
Yeah, so that's why I was wondering, because technically we're in the middle of the woods when I was sending these.
I would say that those letters maybe came together on different boats or something like that. I don't know. We can.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
We can retcon that if we need to later.
I mean, I don't think it matters too much, but I was just like, oh wait, do I have some kind of weird magical one-way letter sender?
No, I just thought it fit good with our intros that you were doing, so I just kept it going.
Yeah. Okay, so then I'm gonna try and find someone who might have a magical means of sending.
Okay. Cool.
Preferably if they have a connection to the hand. Otherwise, I'll find someone I can pay off.
You do find what used to be a musician employed on the ship that you were with, who would entertain the crew sometimes in the evenings. He was one of the earlier ones to abort mission, which caused all the other crew to start to get kind of discouraged more easily. Yeah. You have heard that this musician might be a little bit more than a musician, that he might be able to use his music to be able to have other effects, such as being able to reach out to others. His name's
I think
Rocco.
I could cast Animal Messenger. I just need to look up the spell.
Okay.
So give me a moment while I look up that spell. Go ahead and keep rolling.
Okay. All right. I would approach him then.
Okay.
Probably sometime in the evening after there's been a little bit of light drinking.
Yeah, he's
the first night.
There's a it's kind of strange. It opens up in the center of the ship after there's it's almost like imagine like a courtyard in the center of the ship area. That's somewhat of a cafeteria / restaurant area. And he's sitting at a round table. It looks like he's sipping on a glass of wine, actually.
So I can cast Animal Messenger if you wanted to come ask Franklin about it.
What are the parameters of that?
What are the what of that spell?
I know nothing about Animal Messenger. What that entails, like what it can do. I can
choose a tiny beast from my location, and it can cover up to 50 miles within 24 hours. So the animal delivers the message and then just kind of poofs.
Oh. Okay. I think I'll try the bard first.
Okay.
Okay.
Or I'm assuming he's a bard if he has magic music.
Yeah, he's kind of you can see he's got a lute over his bag. It looks like he hasn't shaved in quite a long time. It looks like he should, though. Like, it doesn't look like he should have facial hair. He's got kind of like the whole top knot ponytail kind of thing going on. And looks like he hasn't bathed in days. You don't remember him being like this on the ship. He usually kept himself kind of groomed a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe he might have given up on work for a little while.
Do I know his name?
Yeah, his name's Rocco.
Okay. Is there sort of an open seat next to him?
Yeah, he's sitting by himself, just sipping on a nice glass of, looks like some type of dry red wine.
Okay. I'm going to sort of go up next to him. I'll have sort of my own cup of rum or something. I don't know why rum is the thing that's sticking in my head today.
Why is the rum gone?
Why is that? Our money's gone. And I'm gonna sit down next to him. Evening, Rocco.
Evening, Raz, was it?
Yes. Yes.
We didn't. I still remember some of that shrimp that you guys made and delivered.
Ah, yes, that was
Stuff
a good meal.
Stuff was delicious.
Yeah.
Where did you
That it was.
Where did you learn to cook?
From my mother.
Oh.
Just
Nice.
grew up hanging off her apron strings.
Oh,
So.
very nice. Very nice. He takes a big swig of his wine.
It was.
It's so nice to be headed home.
You from Yotar?
I am. Yes. I can't wait to get back to a normal working routine after this mess.
That it has been.
Hey, I'm okay with some things, but when creepy stuff starts coming out of the dark, I'm out of there.
That's fair. No man likes a mystery. Not when it concerns his pay, right?
That's absolutely. They weren't paying me enough for that, I assure you.
They never do. You know, I heard some rumors around the ship.
Rumors?
Rumors that perhaps you were able to spin a little more than just a tale. Play a little more than just a song.
Yeah, you know, my music happens to be magic.
I was wondering if you ever hired out that part of yourself.
Oh, if the price is right.
How about for a single spell?
Make me an offer.
Want to give me a ballpark? I don't want to aim too high or too low.
Hey, look at me. I'm not gonna complain.
I sort of raise my glass to that.
He like takes his wine glass and just taps yours and just starts to drink a little bit more.
Do you have a means of sending messages faster than a boat could arrive?
Oh, instantaneously with the sound of my lute.
Something I might be interested in purchasing from you.
What about what you say 10 gold pieces?
How much added on for discretion?
Make it 15.
How about 14? And another glass of wine.
Deal.
I reach my hand out to shake.
He shakes it. Probably a little bit more aggressively than he should.
Yeah.
But he hasn't really been working and he hasn't really done much this past month, something like that.
This is a payday windfall for him.
Yeah, it's a payday. So, what is it that you need sent and to whom?
I need to send a note to my mother. She wanted to know. She wanted an update when the barge came, and I want her to know that I have some friends returning home with me, and said she can have dinner ready for us.
Oh,
I can write it out if you give me a few minutes.
Oh, sure. He gets his lute ready. He starts tuning it. You know, he's
Okay.
like hitting the strings and he starts like tuning.
And now you get to see how quickly I can come up with a message, because it's 20 words,
20,
right?
25. Yeah, 25
Okay.
words.
I should know. I have this spell with my other bard character.
You know, while you're thinking of that, we'll go back down to Franklin. Is there anything that you would like to do right now, Franklin?
How is Melissa's sanity holding up?
He looks very hot. He's sweating a lot. And he starts to complain and whine a little bit. Can you just let me out for a little while? It's so hot in here.
Okay, so I kind of want to mess with his sanity. Franklin's going to throw his voice, so he doesn't sound like Franklin. But he wants to start saying, like, give him the message that his father never really cared for him. That his father's just using him. Things like that to try to maybe make him work with us a little better.
You start.
I don't know what you want me to roll for that, considering I'm messing with his mind.
Make an intimidation check.
Okay. I was hoping for medicine. But that's a 17.
Oh, shut up! Get out of my head! Stop! My father is not. It's gonna be fine. He's gonna get me out of this mess. He's gonna get me away from you, turtle person, wherever you are. Can't even see you. See? Now you just hide and oh, I gotta get out of here.
There's nobody in here with you.
Stop it! Stop it! It's so hot. What is that? Is something crawling on my leg?
Yes.
Why, man?
It's all in your mind.
You sound like Voldemort in Harry Potter.
Do I? I don't know how it's coming through on the thing.
Very Voldemort-y.
It's really messing with it's messing with my head.
Okay.
Yeah, just add a little bit more drawn out and you'll be perfect Voldemort.
Okay.
Harry Potter.
And I mean, he's already
is
Draco
dead.
Malfoy, so.
But yeah, it looks like you are messing with him. He looks like he's putting up a good fight though. But being trapped in this thing, you can tell he's extremely uncomfortable. He is warm because the webbing is not letting him breathe at all. The moss, though it might keep the room cool and dark, is still not allowing. Just being wrapped up tightly in this cocoon is just. It's kind of like Ani right now being wrapped up in that blanket that she's got. It's like,
It just came out of the dryer, and so it was all warm.
That's it, extra
Steve.
warm.
Next thing, perhaps if you work with Raz, you can be more comfortable.
What does that even mean? What do you... Get out of my... Stop.
You could be set free.
Raz could set me free?
Of course.
I'm Jesus!
I don't know.
Your father doesn't need you anyway.
He does need me. He loves me. And he will take care of me.
When was the last time he held you close?
Hey.
Treated you like a real son?
Hey. You know what? It's been a long time. But you know what? My father's busy. He's got stuff to do. He's got businesses to run. He's got money to make. It's none of your business. Is it Turtle? Is that you? Where are you?
You're alone in here.
That must be just me. And then we're gonna go ahead and, as this is all taking place, we flash back up to Raz, who is carefully constructing her message.
Yep. I got it. And there's definitely been a few minutes where she's like sitting. that has been happening in real time.
Okay. And Rocco just like say, "Oh, got it all tuned up."
Okay. And
So wait, who am I sending this to again? I need a name to assure that the spell goes through to the right person. I mean, can't just haphazardly just send this on a whim, you know.
No, not at all. Her name is Tiva Hardwatcher.
Tiva Hardwatcher. And you see him kind of close his eyes and just think and just repeat the name a few times. Tiva Hardwatcher. Strum a few chords. I think I've got the magical energies tuned in. All right. What would you like me to say?
I'm gonna sort of push over like a piece of paper where I've written, "Mother, I'm returning with friends. There will be 5 for dinner. Can we pick up anything the night before? We bring plenty of news."
Okay. So you see
That
him?
thieves can't. I love it.
Yeah, nice. So he begins to strum some chords, and you can see that he's really focusing on the notes that he's playing. he repeats that same thing, but in between you almost hear these extra words that he's adding to it that aren't really words. It's kind of like the incantations of something magical being intertwined within the music. And
also I can sign it Raz because I just realized I only have 24 words, not 25.
all right, so you can sign it Raz. Gotcha.
Yep, it's signed Raz.
All right, and he goes ahead and he repeats the exact same message. And after the melody has been done and he struck the final chord on the lute, he kind of exhales. I think it was received.
Do you have any way of getting a message back? Is that I don't know how your particular magic.
They can respond. I'll wait temporarily here, just a moment. Sometimes if I just resonate some more tones on this here lute, sometimes it can help them come through. And he just like kind of some soft kind of strums of the lute.
I get up and grab a bottle of wine and pour him another glass.
It's like he strums, then reaches out, grabs it, takes a sip, puts it back down, and strums again a couple times. And you hear him say, oh, whoa, here we go. Here we go, it's coming in. He strums a few chords. Female voice. Possibly middle-aged, perhaps?
Now that is something you should never ask.
Oh, I know that. If she was standing here, I wouldn't say that. Of course not.
I sort of cheers to that again. Gotta keep him happy.
A little raspy in tone, but there it is. She seems to say that is great news. I will send Natalia. Your sister. That's odd. That's it. And there's a little bit of thieves' cant in that as well.
Mm-hmm. I'm assuming you'll tell me what it means.
Your sister's not actually your sister. It's probably one of the ladies that you know to be an associate of your mother's.
Mm-hmm.
Probably another member of the Hand of Yartar. And they're going to basically send a boat in the night before you get to Yartar to pick you guys up about probably at when the moon is, the highest above the ship. Probably,
mm-hmm.
what did it say, like 2 a.m, possibly? Something like that.
Sounds good. I'm going
Rocco
to...
has no clue there's any thieves' cant in any of your statements at all. He's just like, whatever.
I'm going to pull out a belt pouch and count out 14 gold coins, stand up, look back at him, flip him a 15th, and say, thanks.
He catches it. He's like, yeah. he puts all the gold in his pouch and starts jamming a very upbeat, almost country-esque kind of bluegrass tune on this lute that he's got. He starts jamming out, and you hear a couple of the people over in the other tables start like tapping their glasses off the tables a little bit. They start like almost like dancing around to the music a bit. And at that point, as you guys start to hear this music, we go back to Franklin. What would Franklin be whispering into this guy's head? What were some of the things?
So Druidcraft can make a lot of like noises too. It's just gonna start whispering noises throughout the room.
Okay.
This way it's gonna add to the effect.
Okay.
And then Father has never loved us. He never cared about us. Why don't we turn our back on him? Take him out. Get the gold for us. Have Raz and her companions help us.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage.
I'm glad because I just rolled a 1. Now it's an 18.
18. Go ahead and do a couple more of those phrases. What else would you be saying? Go ahead, add a couple more.
All right. Father's always left us alone. He never really wanted us. He cared about others, his work, more than his own family. Raz and her friends could help us.
And as you say that, you watch as his eyes were kind of seemingly scrunched shut, as closed as they could possibly be. And when you finish that last statement, you watch as his eyes just go and just shoot open. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Yes.
Wow, that was fun, guys.
Psychological warfare.
that was fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was really fun. See, you can
I don't
still
know.
play D&D with just 2 players. You can.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
You can do it. So I see posts like that all the time on like Facebook forums and stuff like that. Other dungeon masters saying, "How can I run a game with just 2 people?" You can.
Very carefully.
You can. Just
Mm-hmm.
it's just they have to do more. You just have to depend on your players to step up a little bit, and they did. See, I didn't have to do much. I just had to react to what they were doing.
That's right.
So well done, everybody. Great job. And we are going to announcement for you guys that are tuning in tonight or tuning in on YouTube, watching us there. We will be off the next 2 weeks due to spring break and some other things. So we're going to take a 2-week break, and we will be back. I believe it's that 3rd week of April to kick it back on with, I think, episode 15 of this excellent little 1-hour stream we've got going on here. So, and we're going to dive in. They're taking their barge back to Yartar, and it seems like things are getting a little chaotic here as Franklin is turning Merritt, Bastion, seemingly
Melissa.
Yes.
So many names.
I got so many names. Turning Melissa against his family in the process as they travel, and Raz is preparing for her arrival back home. So,
And for those wondering, I used Bastion's money to pay for the sending.
absolutely,
Of course you
Not using my
That's
own.
what I would have done.
Why would you do anything otherwise?
I don't know, but I'm sure as heck not using mine.
Of course not.
Excellent, guys. Well, for those of you that tuned in and hung out with us, thank you so much. And make sure you hit the follow button if you haven't already. And if you are watching this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Other than that, don't forget to add that proficiency bonus, and we will see you guys in 3 weeks. So we will see you guys soon. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Yeah, we got to keep the buys going on for Jamie.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
My mouse is stuck and it won't go to the stop streaming button. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm